just get wasted away. Ah, for being a beast of burden. Lord, what a price to pay. Oh, what a price to pay. Have we no mercy for them? How can you just turn away? Life's supposed to be so damn precious. Just a voice, nothing to say. Voice with nothing to say.
980 WCAP. And no, that is not a lost track from one of the original Heart albums. That's some great new music from a young lady by the name of Deanne Merchant. And she is live in Jack's Cafe here on 980 WCAP. Deanne, how are you?
Hi, Jack. Good, and you?
Well, you're over there in the other studio, which I feel like I'm a million miles away. This is we have to change things around when we have a bunch of musicians in, so I'm over here. So, Deanne, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
My name's Deanne Merchant, and I'm a singer-songwriter out of Chepachet, Rhode Island, and I work with a bunch of guys, and we call ourselves Friday Night Blues.
Nice.
And we also have a little kind of spin-off from that we call Hit and Run, where we have 2 or 3 people doing kind of acoustic style. And we're a virtual band.
A virtual band?
Yes.
Now, what does that mean? That you're...
So a virtual band means that we record and we do stuff online.
Oh, nice.
So we like to focus on trying to raise money for, I'm a big advocate of animals.
And that's what that song is, all the proceeds from that are going to shelter dogs, animal shelters, right?
Yep, absolutely. It goes to Chances Haven in Texas, Gainesville, Texas. She's a wonderful lady. I love supporting her. She's a 501c. She's homed and vetted over 250 dogs. Her conception was in 2011. And I'm so amazed and humbled by, her tenacity and to, do what she does. And when I wrote Shelter Dog, it was about my dismay over people not caring.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, that whole thing in Sochi in Russia, that must have really set you off with all those the dogs that were, just running around, and instead of trying to find homes for them, in all the Russian great mentality, says, well, we'll just shoot them. We'll just kill them because we can't have them around. Like, really?
Yeah, really. You don't have a better answer.
Yeah. Well, you're preaching to the choir because I've adopted 3 Jack Russells, and yes, I've got. And I'm living to tell about it, just barely, because
Jack Russells are tough. That's a tough breed. More power to you.
Well, they're a very lovely breed, but they think they're boss. It's kind of like being married, sort of. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Hey, Deanne, before we talk about the music, and you got some guys with you, I got to pick a little bone with you from Rhode Island. What is this whole thing with this stuff that you call chowder? That is no idea what is going on with that? That Rhode Island chowder. It's nothing. It's like.
Tom, you want to help me out on this one? Because I don't eat the stuff.
You don't eat the chowder from Rhode Island?
God, no.
It's not the creamy New England good chowder. Thank God it's not that tomato-based New York stuff. It's like water with some sand in it, I think.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one, Jack. It's kind of like washed out.
Man.
Although those crab cakes and stuff you guys do are pretty good. So I'll give you that one.
All right.
All right. Hey,
we are the ocean state. We are the fish state.
Yes, you are. You would think you'd be able to get chowder right. That's all I'm saying.
I know.
All right. Hey, so Deanne, you got a couple guys with you. You want to give some love to the rest of the band for today?
Yes. My slide player is Mr. Dave Lydon, and the guy on harp is Mr. Tom Farley. Very, very talented gentlemen. I've had the great pleasure of working with them for the last 3.5 years, and they're wicked supportive.
Wicked,
supportive. And we just all gel. It's not the norm to get together with people and you all just really gel.
It's really, and isn't that great when when everybody is like-minded and the music just somehow flows, right?
It does.
When that is happening.
It does.
And without further ado, and you and I could chat all day, and we'll chat some more. But everybody here at Jack's Cafe listens for the music. So can we get to it? And we're kind of a stripped down version of what we would normally get today. We're kind of like the storytellers today, kind of the semi-acoustic type of thing. So I think it's going to come across great. So what do you want to do first?
We're going to do a song called "Hey Mister," and this is an original. And it's kind of about being lost. You know, you have this conception, and then you kind of get lost in it. And,
Oh yeah.
You know, and that's you got a dime to spare. You know.
I get you. So this is called "Hey Mister."
Yep.
It is Deanne Merchant and Company, as we're calling them here this afternoon.
Alrighty.
Live at Jack's Cafe on 980 WCAP.
Okay. Hey there, excuse me, mister. You got a dime to spare. See, I'm in a bad way. I need out of here. No pride left in me. Street pain and misery. Please, mister, you got a dime to spare. Hey there, excuse me, mister. You got a buck to share. Hey, yeah. Accuse me of using and abusing. But your words only give away your fear. Nothing left inside of me. Scream pain and misery. Please, mister, you got a dime to Hey there, excuse me, mister. You got a heart to care. Hey, yeah. See, there's souls laid to wait. Say you can't see the everywhere. Yeah, everywhere. Nothing left inside of me. Street pain and misery. Please, mister, you got a dime to spare. Hey, just a dime to spare. Ooh, just a dime to spare. Yeah, just a dime to spare. Thank you.
There's some
Very
down and dirty
much.
blues right there on 980 WCAP.
Yeah.
It is Jack's Cafe, Deanne Merchant, along with Dave Lydon over there on the slide guitar, and Tom Farley getting some wonderful some noise out of those that harmonica.
Isn't he cool on the harp and the slide is
Oh, I
just
love
killer.
Oh man, that harp,
guys.
Hey, Deanne, I want to ask you about where did you get this love of the blues? Because you think of Chicago,
Yep.
blues town. You think
Yep.
down south, some of the hotbeds of the blues. Rhode Island, not so much.
Really?
I guess the only blues, the Rhode Island is "Someone Stole My Yacht" blues, or
Wow.
there's no Tanqueray and Tonic left blues.
Wow, I thought we were pretty popular with the blues.
Well, I could be wrong.
Yeah, we have the Knickerbocker, which is a real hot place for blues. There's Katie's Tavern. There's what's the place that we played at?
I stand corrected. I was just
yeah,
kind
there's
of.
quite a few.
I was just saying when you think so it was leading me to how did you get your love of the blues? Where did
I actually started out with a folk group in 2009. Long story short, I actually got diagnosed with MS. I've been singing all my life, but I never really got into the band thing. And when I got the diagnosis, I said, you know what, it's now or never. And so I stepped up into a band, and then from there it kind of led into meeting other people.
Yeah.
And then I got into the blues, and it struck a chord.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, and I was trying to figure out how to, bridge this. And not only do you and I have in common our love of adopting animals. My mom passed away from MS, and I have my goddaughter has it as well. And there are a lot of people that still think it's that sentence, and it's not. I mean, and you can talk about this firsthand. Some days are better than others,
Yeah.
and you got to rise above it.
Yep, absolutely. You can have your little pity parties, but you got to pick yourself back up and keep moving forward. And I'm trying not to count the days, but make the days count.
That's cool, man. That's good. Yeah.
And try to be, somebody that somebody else can kind of like look up to and say, hey, she's doing it, she's out there, she's pushing. Don't give up.
I'm sure some days are tougher than others, because you not only do you sing, but you play guitar, and some days, for your hands to make those, things.
That's one of the reasons I play the Yamaha silent guitar, because I have a lot of problems playing, and this makes life a whole lot easier.
So let's talk about your background. So the blues are kind of new to you,
Yep.
sort of. So there weren't any, blues records on the jukebox or at home on the stereo growing up.
Well, you say it's new, but yet, I was a big fan of Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix. I think Janis is as blues as you can get. I actually grew up with Hank Williams and Patsy
nice.
Cline.
Of course. So that, and it's country blues as you can get, right?
Yep. So it's always kind of been related to the blues. It might be a folk blues, it might be a country blues, but there was always, that underlining kind of blues feel with everything.
Well, how has, and not to dwell on the MS thing, how has that affected your voice? Because and I was kind of joking around. You've got that Ann Wilson sort of howl, especially on the first song, on the rescue animal song, that type of thing. Does that affect you? Has it changed the way that you've sung since?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. You get very tired, and because MS affects your muscles.
Yeah, all muscles, right?
Yep. It's very hard to get the diaphragm to work every time when you want it to, and obviously when you're tired, you're not going to have the energy or the drive. So.
Well, we are so glad you're in great voice this afternoon, and thank you guys so much for making the long trip up from the what is it, the world's smallest state, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it, Rhode Island.
Yeah, the fish state.
The fish state. I don't think that's on the license plates. It does not say the fish state, does it?
Well, it's close enough. For some reason, at some point, they had a Mr. Potato Head for. I don't know who came up with that, but that was embarrassing.
Well, our friends just north of here had the old man in the mountain, and he kind of, fell into the road at one point. They still do that, so it's all good.
Can I make a quick mention about?
Yes.
There's a great. What we do is we go online to a site called Gigee, Gigee. And it's done by James Wasim.
Okay.
And what they do is they allow you to have like a captive audience.
Okay.
You know, you can tune in, you can pay us a nominal fee and tune in and watch the show. And what we like to do is we like to give that money to the rescue.
So that's part of that whole virtual thing you
Yes.
were talking about, right?
Yes.
And you're saying, I was thinking about another Rhode Island thing, Family Guy, when you were talking about giggity giggity or whatever. Oh wait, it's Giggy. I'm sorry, I got it confused.
I mean, I
Thank you, band guys, for getting that. Yes, we're all big Family Guy fans. I know that.
Exactly.
I think we're really breaking new ground. We're trying things that aren't the norm, and we want to make a difference.
So these days you're doing a lot of writing. I know a lot of the stuff that you've done originals here.
Yep. Yep, we're still writing, we're still putting stuff together, and I ended up catching a cold at the end of last year, so we lost 2.5 months.
Oh, well, yeah, a cold, people, somebody with MS, it's not just getting a cold.
Right.
I hear what you're saying.
You're really knocking the immune system, so it's tough.
Yeah, well, you look great, you
Thank
sound
you.
even better, and can we get you guys to do another tune?
Absolutely.
What do you want to do now?
Want to do So Good I'm Bad?
Oh, well, that sounds like my theme song.
Well, this is I kind of get a little flack for this because it's kind of provocative.
Provocative we love here in the afternoons in Lowell, Massachusetts.
But it all depends on how you take it.
Oh, so is it a double entendre type of song?
Yes.
Oh, well, we love that,
left
too.
up to interpretation.
And what's this one called again, Deanne?
So Good I'm Bad.
So Good I'm Bad. It's Deanne Merchant and the boys here on
Thank
Jack's
you.
Cafe on
Very
980 WCAP.
And here we go.
Yeah, Jack's Cafe on 980 WCAP. The lovely, the talented Deanne Merchant, along with Dave Lydon on slide guitar, and Tom Farley just getting some great sounds out of the harp there. Deanne, anything special you do with your voice? You like soak it in whiskey or something? Because you got that. Well, you were talking about Janice, and I know that may have been her downfall, but also how she, coated her. No, she was more of a Jack Daniels type of lady.
Yeah, Southern Comfort, I think she was.
Well, yeah, Southern Comfort. You're absolutely right. But how do you keep your voice in shape?
I sing all the time, as much as I can. It's like anything. If you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
So that the constant singing, and we step out as much as we can, and we have practice on Friday nights, and hence the Friday night blues.
Yeah, I like that. I like the whole concept of Friday night blues.
Yeah.
I like the concept of Sunday morning blues. And you guys can all join in on this. And it's kind of interesting about blues and, for people of a certain generation, we're kind of all, in there,
Yep.
that we were spoon-fed the blues, our own blues, and there's nothing more American than the blues, by a bunch of Brits. So, the blues had to go to Britain for, the likes of Cream and Clapton and, Zeppelin and,
For it to catch on, yeah.
And then it came back and we went, oh. So it's kind of a weird thing, and to reinvent and get and say, you mean there was a guy from where he did this? No, that's a Clapton song. No, it's not. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, there was a big wasn't there a big lawsuit, big money made with Willie Dixon
Right. Yes.
over the English use and not paying royalties and speaking of, I just wanted to bring it up. Not that. It was an interesting kind of meeting, but I ended up working with his granddaughter.
With Willie Dixon's?
Yes. And we redid a song, Spoonful.
Oh, classic. I mean, you talk about, a Cream song,
And she redid it and rewrote it and called it Piece of the Pie, but it's basically the same song. And
Wait a minute. Now this is so left field. Do you guys know that? Can we get a little of that? You think we could? Am I asking too much?
Yeah,
It's okay.
I haven't played it in like 5 years.
All right. Well, I'm going to hold you to it the next time you come up. I want you to practice it and do it.
Absolutely.
All right.
You got it.
Can I hold you to that?
Yes, you can.
All right. So, what's up with you? What's up next for you guys?
Well, we got some online giggy planned coming up.
Giggity, giggity.
Giggity. We've got a show on May 9th at a coffee house in Rhode Island. Mm-hmm. And again, we step up sparingly here and there depending on how I feel.
Well, listen, I get a lot of fans and friends in the music industry here in Greater Lowell. I would love to get you guys a gig over at the back page on our Friday night thing. I think you guys would just blow it away. You're just perfect. And thank you so much. I appreciate you guys, making, and I know I asked you for a couple. Can we get one more? You think you guys? Can we get one more? What do you want to do? Let's rock the house here.
Why don't we do Love Me Like a Man if they want?
Oh, are you kidding me? A lot of people know from the wonderful Bonnie Raitt, but I think it's a Chris Smithers song, isn't it? Originally.
What do you want to do with it?
This is going to be good. Huh? It's 980 WCAP. You listen to Jack's Cafe. It's Big Fun Friday. We're having some big fun and some live music, what we're all about here. Deanne Merchant along with Dave Lydon, Tom Farley. You guys ready to rock?
Hang on one second.
All
I
right.
just got to tune up. Because
right.
I actually, my register has changed ever so slightly because of the cold last year.
Oh, well, then do it to you.
And I've actually had to tune down.
Ooh.
So.
Taking it down an octave, are we?
Yeah, I took it down a little more than that.
Oh, boy. Jack's Cafe. Hey, don't forget that coming up at 6 o'clock tonight while these guys are tuning up, we are going to have a replay of the Selectmen's meeting out in Chelmsford. That'll be at 6 o'clock tonight. So if you guys missed it, and it was important stuff, we want you to tune in tonight. Live local, we're 980 WCAP. It's live at Jack's Cafe. WCAP, and that was worth the price of admission right there to Jack's Cafe. The lovely, the talented Deanne Merchant, that's Dave Lydon playing the slide guitar, and Tom Farley, man, getting some great noise out of that harmonica. Guys, thank you so much
Thank you.
for coming up. Hey, Deanne, if people want to find out more about where you're up to, I know that your music is on CD Baby, on Reverb Nation, and all those the great places, and thanks to our friends at Reverb Nation that kind of made the hookup between you and I, if we can call it hookup, or maybe if we're lucky later, I don't know.
Ooh, maybe we'll see.
But is there a website they can go to find out more about what you guys are up to?
Reverb is the best place. There's SoundCloud. Reverb is probably the best one to go to because that's where I list everything, where we're playing, what we're doing, the latest and greatest. And we have a website, dnmerchant.com, that you can go to as well.
Well, listen, thank you guys so much for keeping the blues alive and doing it in such great fashion. I appreciate you guys coming up.
Oh, and I just wanted to mention that through Reverb, if you want, we have free downloads, and there's a free phone app if you have smartphones.
Well, Deanne, you just hit the nail on the head, because you know what we say in radio.
Yes.
If it's free,
it's for me.
it's for me.
Yeah, baby.
You know that firsthand. You've done this.
Absolutely.
All right.
And I just wanted to give
Yes.
a shout out to everybody that's been supportive to us and all the listeners, and we really appreciate it.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate it so much.
Thank you, Jack.
Thanks for coming up. It sounded awesome, and we'll make sure we burn a CD and send it off to you guys.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Live at Jack's Cafe, Deanne Merchant, along with Dave Lydon playing the slide guitar and Tom Farley on harp. Tom Farley, excuse me, on harp. Sounding really, really good.